All right. Good day. I got one I'm going to get out here. I'm going to call this one good poon, bad seed. And you can take this as a super red pill message because the time has come. The time has come. And it's amazing how men did what was natural for them to do. What's natural in times like this is actually delayed gratification and constraints. In other words, going where they don't want you to go. Going where the deceivers and the destructors don't want you to go. Period. Now, good poon, bad seed is about man's tendency not to look down the road when obsessed with certain things. But let me tell you something, man. You don't need to be obsessed with anything, because when you hold the line, you're going to get what's coming to you. And then you hold the line, you're going to develop. And sometimes you hold the line, you're going to discover you don't even want all that. So what the good seed, what the good poon, bad seed is all about is this. You don't get away with simping. You don't get away with simping. You don't get away with chasing tail like there's no tomorrow. You don't get away with that. You think you get away with it, but it either come back on you or come back on your seed. It come back on you or it come back on your seed. Now, first of all, I'm going to tell you a story about this traveling salesman. This is a true story. This guy was Simp of the Year. Then we're going to get into some expat things. We don't just tear it up here. Okay. This guy was, he was a Simp of the Year, but he was knocking down more than business. And then he had some black hole areas in his life where he wasn't practicing personal discipline at all. He had an open door for destruction coming into his life. Now I want to give you a little lesson about shame. When you're ashamed of something, it's a reason. Shame is a warning sign. Shame is a warning sign. If you ain't ashamed to chase holes all day and everybody know it, then you cross another line of demarcation. You have crossed a line. But if you're ashamed and you don't do it anyway, that's another line. But I want to go to what the Bible says. Okay. The Bible talks about Ezekiel is a prophecy And God uses sex to spell it out. Okay? And believe it or not, the Bible is a book about tremendous, horrendous family problems. Family problems that will guide the world to its final conflict. Just that deep. The last war will be over family problems. And somebody getting out of hand, getting full of themselves. Arrogance, pride, greed. These aren't just personal attributes, they become family attributes. Whoredom. Whoredom can easily wreck 2, 3, 4 generations. Now, what the hell are you into so much, that's so deep, that you can wreck 2 and 3 of your own generations and think nothing of it? I want to ask you a question. Are you raising children for the state? Now, this is red pill, but you know what? I want to do some narking here too. Okay, I'm gonna get back to the traveling salesman. I'm gonna tell you about a lady in the apartment complex. I don't stay in apartments anymore, but every apartment I stayed in, I met women that was into different things. Okay, now there's a lady basically turning tricks in the apartment. But what was her problem? I got to know this lady. I found out she was a gentle soul. Well, if she's a gentle soul, why in the hell is she turning tricks in the apartment? Because I'm going to tell you something. She was on the state government system, and they use that system to give her drugs. And the drugs they were giving her immobilized her and actually made it impossible for her to keep a job because of the medication. She had nervous problems, she had functionality problems, she had energy problems. And it's all because she was trusting the government entity. I want to tell you women something here. You have screwed up biblically. You have removed foundations biblically in which there is no replacement for. Well, what are you talking about? One generation ago, men would marry women with 5, 6, 7 kids and make it work and then think nothing of it. One generation ago, men would die for women and think nothing of it. There's no way that's the deal today, because so many things were made common. And what whoredom does, it brings about generational change. You want your daughters to be virtuous. You want your sons to be strong. Don't be out here being a whore, male or female. Now, back to the salesman here. This guy, he was having the best of 4 and 5 worlds. He was a traveling salesman, and when he set things up in the hotel, he would always get established in the hotel. Then he would bring about, he get set up in the hotel, get comfortable, whatever. Then he would bring about his contacts. Whatever people want is really a national network. Whatever they want. They want dead rats as a national network. And so he was cozy in his disposition. And so he'd always have a sort of girl come and knock on the door. And then he let her in. They do the thing. He pay her, blah, blah, blah. It's it. And the seeds of personal destruction is there. Why? Because of what human sexuality is. Human sexuality of any kind is two things. It's blood and it's destiny. So one day this guy's kicking it, right? He's feeling extra good this day. You have a little extra to drink or whatever. Then he calls his contact. He sets it up. The girl come and knock on the door. He opens the door. He lets her in. Common procedure. And this time, the girl was his daughter. And I'm going to tell you, he flipped out. He thought he was just going to mess up everybody else's daughter. Then another incident. One of the biggest hole chases I ever seen in my life. I mean, a super hole chaser. Super hole chaser. He's known for it. Known for it in about 5 or 6 states. I mean, the big hole chaser, right? But I bring you back to human sexuality. It's blood. It don't matter what you think you got away with. You're going to answer for every drop of blood. And one drop of blood sends you straight to hell. No matter who you are. It's counted as blood. And so this guy is a super whore chaser on steroids. Super whore chaser. Lived and worked to chase hoes and destroyed his chance of being a real man. Because whoredom take your strength. And believe it or not, I don't care what the position is, whoever, whatever. It changes your direction in life. And it's a threat. Ultimately, it's a threat to whatever you build in life, and it's a threat to your honor. Like the E-files. I'm not even mentioning the name. Like them E-files. What do the E-files tell you? Things getting ready to get freaky. And you better pray you and hold out because you going into a bed of demons. They ain't got nothing to do with a person. You going into a bed of demons. And so this guy that's a super hoe chaser, he ended up having about 4 or 5 daughters. You know what he spent his final years doing? Lamenting over how none of his daughters could keep their panties on. Who sowed the seed? He did. He got imprinted, then passed it on to the next generation. And now none of them can stop being hoes. But by the grace of God, somebody's going to stop. I'm just trying to show you how this thing works. And so don't think you're getting away because it looks like you're getting away. You got men that don't discipline this area. You know what a lot of them become? A lot of them become child molesters. A lot of them become rapists. All kind of stuff. Why? Because it's about spiritual headship. That demon will control you, man. Yeah, we talk about being hooked on drugs, and hell, it's probably the first drug. And so you sacrifice your personage. You sacrifice your honor. You sacrifice your dignity. And actually, you're just another stooge. So I want to help you connect the dots. There's untold hell because men didn't control this area. And where men refuse to control this, they're going to be controlled. You hear the saying, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Look at the rich, powerful men that won't control it. You got control of it. It's always like getting stuck in a 20-year affair. It's men I know have done that, and almost every time their kids come out severely twisted with twisted sexuality. Where's all this twisted sexuality coming from? It don't sound fun. It don't sound entertaining. It's not welcoming. We need a broom. We need a broom to clean up this mess. Now, I told you about how one generation ago, single mothers had options. 5, 6, 7 kids, another man's. and another man would step up to the plate. Well, that's some serious simping, but nobody's down for that now. That's so many mouths to feed. That is so many mouths to feed. It'll make anybody think twice. And ain't no telling what kind of exposure it's going to be, because we live in a litigation society. You don't even know what kind of exposure that would be in this day of time. You don't know. But you know what? Thug it out. Thug it out. And get control of this area of your life before you get exploited. I told you about internet dating. That's crazy. You catch a scammer in your life, you catch a professional scammer, your life will never be the same. You catch somebody working with thugs, your life might not ever be the same. You don't need nobody you can't observe on a daily basis. Because now they don't have no damn discipline, so you take them out and they jump on the waiter, or they complicate their food order so much, it drive a cook crazy. So ain't no telling. But the men are finding meaning and purpose. And that's how you get through this crap out here. This thing is turning into a minefield. And not just for black men. You got something swinging between your legs, they're after you. You got resources, they're after you. You're lame, they're after you. You're weak, they're after you. And the limit to which you will be used, there are not words for it. And so what we're going through now is a period in which so much madness and foolishness has been poured out to the point where we got to make some serious decisions if you're sane. I've been warning young men about the military. There's nothing wrong with national defense. But you're working for dogs, man. And it's been that way for some time. The worst thing that happened to a man in the military is this: becoming an indiscriminate killer. I don't know nobody that used to be a sniper that is not a severe drug addict. Blood, it come back to the blood. So keep your thing straight, man. And don't put it on the line for a skirt. And you have programs. You need programs to straighten out your life. You need programs to get things done. You need programs to do your business. Don't ever change your business for a cute face. So signing out here. Help me out. Share this. Like it. Whatever. Good day.